Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more Bridge. I've seen the feedback or the response, the community response, I guess you could say, to only the first video. Which, like, I don't know. The first time you release something new, there's always like people are excited about it. It's sort of unclear whether people will continue to enjoy the second episode, but at least the third. It shouldn't hurt to release a third one, right? I like playing Bridge anyway. It's so much slower to play with you guys, though, by the way. I can get through one of these in like 10 minutes usually, and they've taken me an hour each time so far. We're challenging robots because the quality of other human players on this site is highly variable. Usually people who play are just dreadful, and sometimes they don't even finish the match. You don't even know they'll be done until 24 hours from now. The robots are very responsive and reasonably competent. So anyway, we're in 1-0 Trump here. Partners 1-0 Trump showed a fairly strong, but not overwhelmingly strong hand that's mostly balanced. I have almost enough to bid over it, but not quite. So we should be in good shape to make at least our 7 tricks here. We should be able to manage 3 diamonds. I'm not sure who I want to be winning tricks of the opponents, if I could choose. But okay, we're gonna play low here because it forces out the 10 of diamonds, which makes it certain that the 9 and 8 will set up properly. A club's coming back, which, yeah, that's what West should do. I'm gonna play low here. Although, am I? Maybe I'm not. Because, I don't know. I guess they probably should continue here. I'm a little bit worried East will win it and put a heart through. I'll play Queen, King, and they'll just kind of go back and forth between hearts and clubs, and I'll be sad. Yeah, see? I'm not sure this is really an improvement, but it's also not really any worse than winning the first club, so I guess I'll... Hey! East had the King of Hearts. That's great news. Okay, well now I'm just, like, rolling in money here. I'm going to be totally fine. I even have enough diamond entries to cash the spade winners. So we'll hope that West has the king here. No luck. But, at this point, I have 1 loser and no way to get rid of it. Is that true? I unblock the spades and the clubs, cross here, and then lose a club eventually. There's no club heart squeeze because I don't have a heart entry, so I'll just see if the King of Clubs is dropping Doubleton. No? Alright, you guys can have a trick then. Hand not even close to good enough to bid. I'm not even going to respond to Partner's bid. It's just a pretty awful hand. Partner is just reminding everyone he has hearts. Okay, and a slightly better hand. That's good to know. Doesn't really matter. The opponents are fishing for a spade game, so nobody cares that your hand is good, partner. They've stopped short of game, but I have a very appealing heart lead. The King of Hearts is a dangerous lead ordinarily, like King from King Doubleton. If you're going to lead the suit, you should lead the king, but usually you should lead something else. However, here, partner has made it very clear that hearts is a good lead, so I'm going to do that. Hilarious. Okay, well, this hasn't worked out so great. Let's stop for a minute and evaluate how this contract is looking. We need to take 5 tricks. We're getting no hearts. Looks like at most 1 club, right? Not very many spades. At most 2 if partner has like the ace and king. But like, let's think about points here. Partner seems to have the ace of clubs. This would be a pretty weird thing for Declarer to do if holding the ace. It looks, in fact, like Declarer probably has only the 8. This would be sort of dangerous to do if you had 8 small. So partner has ace 4, I guess. Declarer's plan seems to be to establish the clubs ruff a heart to dummy. Maybe don't even ruff a heart. Maybe you just like draw trump and use clubs to pitch all of your red suit losers. So I sort of expect partner to win this and lay down one or more diamond winners before they go away. I don't think I can do much to help in that endeavor either way. Yeah, so if I had led a diamond, we would have been in better shape, maybe. But partner was pretty clear about that he didn't want me to do that. I mean, we might still get a trump trick if partner has like king jack or something, but it's not very likely. Yeah, so diamond lead would have gotten one more trick. Is there some way it could be beneficial for me to ruff this? If I do ruff, I'm ruffing high to force out the queen. What 2-card trump holdings could partner have where that matters? King jack, it doesn't matter. Ace jack, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think that's ever working. I'm just going to throw away a club, make things a little more awkward for Declare if he wants to cross over. Oh. Really? What's happening here? Partner must have another spade. But what spade could it be where Declare wouldn't want to win this trick? Wouldn't want to play the queen? Ah! It must be the king. Right? Because if it goes 10 queen king, partner's won a spade trick and is on lead and can play a heart. Now, Declare with ace jack x of spades has to either ruff high, in which case I discard and my 9 eventually wins, or ruff low, in which case I over ruff. Actually, does Declare, how many hearts does spades does Declare have left? How many has he played? This is the first time the suit is being led. He's ruffed something. Partner hasn't ruffed anything. He hasn't ruffed a diamond. I can't see why he would have ruffed a club if partner wasn't ruffing, so it must have been a heart. And I know Declare is out of diamonds and clubs. And since he's ruffed a heart, he must be out of hearts too. So he must have only 3 spades. He must have all 3 remaining cards are spades. But partner's spade is the king. Sadly, I don't think I can do anything with that. Well, I can make Declare do some guessing maybe in some universes. I can't, can I? If I leave the spade, it'll go queen, king, ace, and Declare will play jack and then small. If I play the diamond, Declare should ruff in dummy, right? Well, if he does ruff in dummy, he'll be in trouble, actually. It'll go queen, king, Declare will have to ruff with ace. So if he pitches, partner will discard, Declare will win a spade, and then play ace and then jack. But he has to guess. There must be some world in which ruffing with the queen is correct, right? So I think the diamond gives Declare a guess, which the spade just makes it free. Okay, but he guessed correctly. This hand is not enough to bid. Generally speaking, you want at least 12 high card points to bid, roughly. You know, you can upgrade if your shape is particularly good, but that's like a rough rule of thumb. Here, to make the first bid, the first non-pass bid, here partner's bid 2 diamonds, which means he has a pretty reasonable diamond suit. My Queen X is okay, my hand is okay, but neither of them are, like, good. So I think I should keep quiet here. It might be reasonable somehow to try a double, showing like 2 card support for diamonds and like 5 clubs, but I don't have 5 clubs. Plus, Gib doesn't know that's what this double means, so I should definitely not do it. Or more importantly, you know, not everyone plays the same language of bidding. But a popular interpretation of that double would be tolerance for diamonds and excitement about clubs. Gib does not play that system. He plays that it would have showed hearts, apparently, which seems ridiculous to me. Okay, we're just going to let them have 4 hearts. Try to beat it, though. Wow, that is a good spade suit over there. Yeah, Declare is going to throw away a bunch of losers on these spades. The good news is partner only has 2, so he'll be roughing the 3rd spade if Declare tries to do this for too long. Why was it so urgent to discard a diamond? I don't get it, Gib. I kind of want to play another diamond here, forcing Declare to rough in dummy, making it harder for him to, at the end of the hand, get over to those good spades. But the spades aren't even really all that great. I'm not sure what Declare's up to be honest. Let's step back and think about what everybody might have, like what hands they might hold. West, we obviously know, has a good hand. I don't remember what happened on the first diamond trick. I led the queen. East or West won it. I think it was maybe with the ace? It's hard to imagine them winning it with the king, to be honest, because then partner's suit would be jack high. I don't know. I wasn't paying enough attention at the beginning. Well, it must have been one in the dummy, right? Because Declare continued round trick 2 with a top spade from the dummy. I think it was the ace of diamonds. Maybe Declare is having trouble getting to hand to cash. I don't know. Partner has the king of diamonds. I'm just going to play a diamond and see if something good happens. Okay, partner has so many strong diamonds, he doesn't even mind throwing away the king. Good to know. Excuse me? 2 clubs, 2 clubs, 4 clubs. Declare has 5 clubs. And also 5 hearts. And 3 diamonds. Because he followed suit to the first 2 diamonds and pitched 1 on the spade. And no spades. Yeah, that adds up. 0 spades, 5 hearts, 3 diamonds, 5 clubs. So partner has 1 remaining heart. I hope that it's higher than the 8, although I suspect that it is not. It might be. Let's rough this. Partner was like, the jack of diamonds was, quote, winning the trick, right? But Declare was about to rough in dummy with the 8. This way I can win and play a club, and Declarer won't be able to overruff because he still has clubs in his hand. One club specifically. So if partner's remaining heart is higher than the 8, he'll be able to ruff higher than dummy will, and we'll beat it that way. It's the 7. Very funny, partner. Oh my god, he has the ace as well. What? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot how many hearts I started with. I started with only 2, not 3, so partner had 3. Okay, so partner's... These guys are jokers, both of them under-ruffing, which is like, generally speaking, a bad play, but they've both figured out that in this situation it doesn't cost, they just play at random, and this time they happen to choose to under-ruff. So the only outstanding heart higher than the 10 is the king. So partner's going to win this, and then play a diamond, and Declarer has to choose whether to ruff with the king, in which case I discard and my 10's a winner, or ruff low, in which case I overruff immediately and my 10's a winner. So we're actually beating this 2 tricks. So what did I do on that hand that mattered? Continuing the diamond was pretty important, wasn't it? Yeah, well... a diamond or a heart or the lowest club, I guess all would have been fine. So maybe it's not that big a deal. Partner's opened a diamond, which we have some pretty appealing diamonds here. And East's bidding clubs, which we're short in, so that's kind of good news. The ability to ruff clubs is likely to be valuable, and the fact that we don't have any club honors is less likely to matter, since partner's less likely to need them. We could just raise here by bidding diamonds, either 2 diamonds or 3 clubs to show a stronger diamond raise. It would be nice to introduce the spades, though. Do we play fit jumps, partner? No. One popular treatment would have a jump to 3 spades here, bypassing 2 spades to bid 3, as like showing a diamond raise and also good spades. That might be nice to bid here. But spades are so important that I'm going to prefer to show them and retreat to diamonds later if partner doesn't like the spades. Okay, I don't know exactly what this bid means. You haven't really described very much about it, except that your hand is good enough to force the 3 no trump, so fine. I'll bid 3 diamonds, you got me. I have diamond support. Oh, and partner has 2 spades. He claims 3 spades, but I don't believe him. I think he should have... Well, I guess you don't want to bid 3 or 4 spades, because 3 spades isn't forcing, and 4 spades is taking up a little too much room. So maybe double then 3 spades could be a 3-card suit. My hand at this point, from partner's point of view, is still completely unlimited. I could have a gigantic hand. I don't. My hand's just fine. Pretty good in context, but pretty weak out of context. So if I really wanted to go for it, I could bid 4 clubs, saying to partner, we might have a hand... We might be able to make something even more than 4 spades, which, remember, is a game. And furthermore, like, I'm not worried about losing the first round of clubs. The description here says... You can see the tooltips, right? Yeah. It says that it shows the ace of clubs. I think Gib will be a little bit annoyed if I do it with just no clubs instead, but that's fine. We have this gigantic double fit, right? We have a ton of spades between us and a ton of diamonds, so there's going to be plenty of tricks to go around, provided we don't lose too many of them early on. So I think I'm worth 4 clubs. My hand's gotten even better. Partner doesn't like any. He's having none of it. He does not like his hand in this context. On the other hand, he's already shown a pretty good hand, huh? I didn't realize that he thinks 3 spades is showing even more extras. The problem is the opponents could just like... Okay, so let's talk briefly about scoring. I'm not going to get into the details of like how it all works. You guys have heard about game contracts already. There are big scoring bonuses for bidding at least 3 no trump, or at least 4 of hearts or spades, or at least 5 of clubs and diamonds. There's another big bonus called a slam for bidding 6 or more of anything. And that means you can lose at most 1 trick if you bid a slam, right? 6 spades, for example, would be 12 tricks, which means there's only 1 for the opponents. And so one of the problems a slam can have is the opponents can lead an ace and a king. And I don't have any evidence that partner has the ace or the king of hearts. If he had it, he could have bid 4 hearts here to encourage me. But he hasn't done that, so I think I'm going to give up here. I'm not going to go on a big, long campaign trying to get to 6 spades. Trust partner, even though partner's a robot who can't be trusted, you know? And it's turned out fine. I think 6 spades is roughly 50%. It's a little bit worse, actually. Yeah. So it's good to have stayed out. It might make, but I don't mind not being there. It's better to not be there. We're in diamonds, we lose 0 or 1 tricks, depending on like whether the diamond finesse works. Likewise, in hearts, we lose 0 or 1 tricks. And in spades, the most like surface level assessment is that we lose 0 or 1 tricks. If the queen of spades drops, or the finesse works rather, then we don't lose a trick, and if it doesn't, we do. But the queen of spades could drop singleton over here, in which case, like, I don't know, are you really going to finesse for the 10 on the second round? A strong player might false card from queen 10 tight to convince you to do that. And furthermore, even if the queen is onside, you might still lose a spade trick if East has like queen 10 fourth. So the spade finesse is slightly worse than 50%, I think. Whereas the other two are pretty much exactly 50%. If a contract that depends on at least 2 of 3 finesses is exactly 50%, you either get more than to work, or more than half to work, or less than half to work, and there's no overlap, so it's exactly 50-50. There's some distinction, you know, based on like, get out of here, you know, how the opponents have bid changes the odds a little bit. For example, it sort of looks like East has 6 clubs and West has 4, probably. So that changes the odds of what else they're likely to have. East also looks like having more high cards than West. So the red suit finesses are less likely to win. Also, I kind of think that West has the ace of clubs, because otherwise he would be leading clubs here, right? You might try a diamond lead from a singleton, trying to get a ruff, but that seems pretty optimistic. So, I think that West has the ace, but not the king of clubs. Which means he doesn't really have room for much else, to be honest. East probably has almost everything. I'm just going to play... I'm not going to take the diamond finesse, because if it loses and then East returns a diamond, I don't want to get that ruffed. So we're just going to play the ace. I don't want this to get ruffed either, but I can't help that. So here I've gotten very lucky. The diamond lead has scared me away from taking the natural diamond finesse, which it turns out would have failed. But the king was singleton, so East had to play it anyway. Now it's very clear I don't want to let the opponents on lead, or anyway, don't want to let West on lead, because he would give his partner a diamond ruff. So we're not going to take the spade finesse either, since if it loses, West will win and return a diamond. And if West has queen X of spades, that'll be very damaging. On the other hand, East has played the 10. Would he do that with 10XX? It's unclear. It's the kind of false card you probably should make sometimes, but it's also a little bit hard to be sure it's not costing a trick. Maybe your 10 is worth something. I mean, at this point though, the maximum downside is like just I'm giving up over tricks if I'm wrong. So I think I'll back my inclination to think that East has most of the points. Furthermore, East is short in diamonds and therefore longish in other stuff. Well, yeah. I don't know. If this loses the queen, I get a rough back. Good job, East. You got me. West is not on board with this plan. I can try the heart finesse. It's basically free. It probably won't work. Like, almost certainly. But it doesn't cost me anything to try. Okay, so nothing I could do in spades would have helped or hurt. West could win, but couldn't give his partner a rough. So we'll just claim the rest here. Oof, what a stinker. The opponents have had a quiet auction to 6 spades. Wow, very scientific, huh? I have spades in a good hand, I have clubs in good hand, I have an especially good hand. Alright, a little bit of slam. No, none of this nonsense about figuring out how the hand is good. Just like, I like it, I love it, let's go. Very, very qualitative discussions these guys are having. Let's try a heart lead. If partner has the ace of hearts, we can get a second trick by a heart ruff. It's not super likely, but, you know, it's the best thing I can see happening. This slam is obviously worth thinking about, right? A lot of points are at stake here compared to, you know, lower contracts, so I should be sure to take the right play. Let's stop and think. They believe that this shows 17 to 20 points. I had 1. And Dummy had 17, right? So that's like 34 to 37. The opponents have 34 to 37. I have 1. So that's 35 to 38 total. Partner has like 2 to 5 points, according to these guys' descriptions of their bids. And that's assuming all, you know, high card points, which East mostly is just talking about high card points and not other evaluation metrics. He's already shown up with the queen of hearts, so he has at most a king somewhere. Are there any kings that could produce 2 tricks? Well, partner could have the king of spades, singleton. And then when declarer takes the finesse queen king, partner will give me a heart ruff. That would be a way to beat the contract. It's rather unlikely, but it could happen. I don't think any other king partner could possibly have would produce enough tricks. I guess if the east-west hands are inconveniently shaped, maybe we could take a diamond, two diamond tricks if partner has king 10x. Could that ever happen? What shape would East have to have? He'd have to have 3 diamonds, 5 spades. That's 8. Therefore, 5 cards in clubs and hearts. So he'd have to have mostly... Like, okay, say he had 3 clubs and 2 hearts. There'd be nowhere for him to put his diamond losers, and eventually he'd take a finesse into the queen of diamonds, into the king of diamonds. Okay, well. Partner hasn't turned up with the king of spades we were hoping for. Or the king of diamonds. He's thrown away a lot of clubs. Not sure why. Ugh. I don't think these club values are really going to be useful, but like the diamonds were definitely not going to be useful. Okay. So on the one hand, it's kind of like depressing to lose 1,000 points, right? But remember, we're playing duplicate. The other table will have the same cards, and because they're robots, I'm almost certain they'll have the same auction. And there's nothing North-South could ever do here to make a difference. So this is almost certainly a push. It just doesn't matter. You just gotta like, oh well. All you can do is get the best results you can with the cards you were dealt. And if you can do that, you'll win the match, even if you were dealt bad cards. That's one of the things I like about Bridge. It doesn't depend on luck as much as other card games do, when played duplicate anyway. It's a very luck-based game if you're playing like just for raw scores and not duplicate scoring. This is kind of exciting. Why has West not won this? It's possible, of course, that partner has the ace and king of hearts, and the West couldn't win this, but it seems unlikely, right? So it's more like West is choosing not to win when he could win. The holding with which you would be most inclined to do that would be ace small. In which case, I think I ought to return the suit. I don't think you would do it with like king third. With ace third, I guess you might. But then partner would be less inclined to lead from king third. It wouldn't be that appealing. He could. Anyway, so I think I should continue hearts, and that'll set up 2 more tricks, if I'm right. But we need 2 more after that. So how many points does Gibb think this 3 no trump shows? 13 to 15. Oh, also he thinks it shows, like, stoppers, which is to say, in each suit, he claims he has some way to take at least 1 trick, so he can't just like run 5 hearts at trick 1 against him. So it's not very likely that his hearts are 3 small or something. So a heart looks promising, but we should look around and see if there's something else more important to do. I don't think there is. A spade is the only other slightly appealing thing, and I don't see how that could be better. So I should return a heart. I could return the queen, since I'm fairly sure partner has the king. But I don't see any reason to do that, and we might want an entry back to my hand later for like a spade lead or something, where there's no reason we ever want to be in partner's hand later. Okay, ace third? Looks like. I could play the queen here, forcing the ace, but the ace is already forced, right? I guess, boy, won't I look silly if partner doesn't, if partner has the ace and has underled it for some reason. Actually, I'm quite surprised at the way West has played this if he has ace third. He should have played the jack from dummy at trick 1 in case partner led low from king queen fourth, right? That's a strange play. Maybe he was trying to preserve it, hoping that partner had honor 10x. I'd have to play an honor, forcing the ace, and then low to the jack picks up the suit. Yeah, that must be what was going on. Because Declare did have the 9, as I recall. Okay. So I think he played the suit correctly there. I didn't think about that. Ace 9x is another holding you'd want to play low from. And then you might as well duck. So anyway, my 8 of hearts is a winner if I can ever get in, but I don't think I will get in. I'm never going to win a trick again. I don't know, maybe partner has the ace of spades and he'll win it and give me a spade and then I'll take a heart? Doesn't seem likely. Oof, yeah. Huh? Hey! Okay. So it turns out partner had the queen of spades, which was good enough that eventually at the end we could get in there. Not enough to beat it, but we at least got to cash our spade and heart tricks. Yeah, Declare had 3 diamonds, 4 clubs, and 2 aces. Yeah, basically unbeatable. Declare could have taken a chance by finessing in diamonds for the jack. And that would have worked, getting another trick. Why not do that? What was more important? Ah, Declare... No, Declare knew the hearts were not all coming in. Wanted to play for the drop? I think that is actually... It is better to just cash all 3 diamonds than it is to finesse, right? Yeah. Okay, well that's why then. So this is another one where like, yeah, not much we could do. This is going to be a push. 6, 10, okay. I have enough values that like 2 clubs would not be completely unacceptable. But my club suit is just so atrocious that I should not wander in here. The opponents are having a constructive auction up to 4 hearts. I have some hope we might manage to beat this. My spade and heart holdings are well positioned over East, who seems to have the spades and hearts. I don't like that I have 3 diamonds, because it suggests diamonds are breaking well for the opponents. They might be able to run West's long diamonds. I could try leading the jack. West's 2 diamonds might be based on a suit as bad as Queen 4th or something. And then if partner has like, you know, King 9 4th, or 3rd even better, you know, we could take a couple tricks there. A club is kind of also obvious. It's the one suit the opponents didn't bid. I think both of those choices are reasonable, but partner can't really have very much. And the suit in which him having something would be most useful is diamonds, because I have the 10 to support my jack. Here, I need partner to have quite a lot in clubs to be useful. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong decision, but I'm leading it a diamond. It hasn't really worked out that well. But I'm being given another chance, I think. Unless Declare has 1 club and 1... If Declare has 2 clubs and 1 diamond, I've blown it. Alright, partner's getting the king. Give me... Oh, I bet Declare has the ace of spades, right? He's going to play ace of spades, spade ruff. Not immediately. Okay, but he does have them. Now he's roughing his last spade. Diamond ruff to hand? No, club ruff, okay. But I think he's out of losers in everything else, right? Yeah, this last card's a heart. Alright, finally we have a decent hand. Partner's opened, and I have a hand of roughly opening strength as well, as having probably an 8-card fit with him in diamonds, so we should be on our way to some game. Hopefully spades. Maybe no trump. Sure, I'll have a shot at no trump. It could go down, but it should be at least like 50% to make. We don't have a lot of tricks, huh? I mean, we have 4 aces and the king of diamonds, that's 5. We need to find 4 more somewhere. And the defense is threatening to win at least 3 hearts, right? There are 8 hearts outstanding, and however they're divided, at least one player has at least 4 hearts. And I can only win 1 of them, so they'll win at least 3, perhaps more. Eventually. So I kind of need to produce several extra tricks from diamonds and spades. There are finessing positions in both suits, so it's certainly possible. The main question right now is, should I win this heart? Or should I duck it? I think I should win it. The kind of most natural thing to do is when the opponents lead a suit in no trump, you usually don't want to like win it right away. You'd rather duck so that, you know, for example, suppose that I had ace 3rd of hearts instead of ace X. And West was dealt 5 hearts and East was dealt 3. if I win the trick right away, then when I lose a trick to East, he'll lead a heart and his partner will cash, 4 heart tricks and I'll go down. Whereas if I duck twice and then win a heart, the third round, East will be out of hearts. And if I lose a trick to him, then West won't be able to cash his hearts. Here, with only Ace X, that's pretty unlikely. It would only work if the suit is 6-2 or worse. Well, 6-2 specifically, because if it's 7-1, just winning the ace already works. So the upside is a little lower, and the downside is high in this case, because I don't really want West to win and put a club through. I would kind of have to duck that as well, because playing the ace means I would be set up to lose a heart and 3 clubs and whatever else I lose. So I'd have to win the club. I'd have to duck the club, rather. And then East wins that with the queen or king, usually, and then just goes back to hearts. And it's like the same as if I had won the first heart, except I've now also lost a club without the opponents having to spend any time on it. So I think it's best to just win this, hope the suit is 4-4, or that I can get all the tricks I need without losing any. And we said that I have 5 tricks. I need 3 more. I can't get... Oh, I could get 3 more. No, I need 4 more. Right. I could get up to 3 more in spades and up to 2 more in diamonds. So I kind of need each of them to work. Or else one of them to work and the hearts to be 4-4. In diamonds, I have a decision about which way I might play the diamond suit. Whereas in spades, there's really only one way to play it. So I'm going to play the spades first, putting off the diamonds until I have a little more information. Okay, that's great. That's worked. West has turned up with the king. And now I have 7 tricks. Right? That sounds right. A heart, 3 spades is 4, a club is 5, 2 diamonds is 7. Now, if I can get the diamonds right, that's 2 more tricks, which would be 9. Get out of here. There's also some possibility... First of all, the spades might be 3-3, in which case the 7 will win after cashing the jack and 10. That's only 8 tricks, but it might put the opponents under a little pressure. No, not really. They'll just pitch clubs. It's just, the obvious play is to go after diamonds. But there are other things I could do now. I could cash all the spades, which is a little bit dangerous, because if the spades are 4-2 and the hearts are 4-4... Well, let me back up. If the hearts are 4-4, I can just go after diamonds, winning 1 or 2 additional tricks, depending on whether I guess right. The opponents will win 3 hearts and a diamond. They'll have 4 tricks, I'll have 8, and we'll be fighting over the 13th. But if I guess the diamonds right, I'm at 9 tricks right away, regardless of what's happening in hearts. If I play on spades and find them to be 4-2, and then I guess the diamonds wrong, I've already lost the battle for... I'll be at 8 tricks, and they'll be at 5 instead of being at 4. They'll have already won the battle for the 13th trick. So there's some downside to cashing the spades to see what's going on there, but there's also upside. Which is that if I run all the spades and I find them to be 3-3, I could consider giving up a heart immediately, and allowing the opponents to win 3 or even 4 heart tricks. But then they would have to lead something. And they don't really want to lead diamonds or clubs. Well, that's not true, is it? They should be able to arrange for West to lead the club. Either by having him win the last round if he has 4 or more clubs, or by leading a club before they finish cashing hearts. In which case I'd have to win the ace and I'd be back to guessing the diamonds. So I think actually cashing spades and exiting a heart is not really a very realistic goal. I should just play on diamonds in the way most likely to yield 4 tricks. I guess part of the issue is that if I could discover how the spades are breaking, that would inform my diamond play. Right? Suppose I found out that West has only 1 spade. That means he's going to have more diamonds on average, and I should play low towards the jack and low towards the 10. If I found out that East had only 1 spade, well, he's likely to have more diamonds, and therefore more likely to have the queen. I should run the jack and hope that he started with only queen third. I think I'll cash 1 spade just in case the suit is 5-1. It probably won't be, but I don't think it hurts. Okay. And then go after diamonds in the way that is most, that will have, where like if this works I'll be home, whereas like if this, compared to like if this works I'll be in okay shape. Oh, well that simplifies things. All right. I should probably just cash the diamonds here and watch the discards. Yeah, a human would never have played the queen there. Gib can see, according to its like the way it plays everything double dummy, that the queen's never winning any tricks, so it just sort of played randomly. But to a human, that's a pretty silly play. I want to watch what they're discarding. West has pitched a club, 2 clubs, and East has picked a spade. That's fantastic news, because now there's only 1 spade outstanding, not 2. And after cashing the 10, I know the 7 will be a winner. Again, a human wouldn't do this. A human also would not have played the 8 on the previous round of spades. Right? The 9-8, if East still had them both, would be a guaranteed stopper here. But Gib, in his infinite wisdom, is thinking, well, if Declarer has the 10-7, he'll put in the 7 anyway, right? So I better split with the 8 to force him to play the jack. And now, oh, you know, Declarer's definitely finessing against my 9, so I might as well throw away the 4, right? He's not really he's not getting inside my head very well. West has pitched 3 clubs. That's interesting, but probably can't do anything with it. 4 clubs? All right, well, I'll just play a club and then give up. I'm not actually giving up, just in case they somehow idiotically give me a club trick, but I think it's impossible. Okay, so what did the robots do? Actually, how did we do, by the way? Well, we definitely got below 0 for our average score, but we did win the match by 2. Pretty narrow margin. They defeated 3 spades at the other table, huh? What happened differently? Was it a mistake for me to split with the 10 earlier or something? Oh, found the diamond lead. They're not very good at paying attention to their partner's auction, also. Like, it's not like the diamond lead is insane. There are some humans who would make that lead, but partner has said very loudly that he loves hearts. So you really, unless you have a very good reason, should be leading them. Jack 10 9x is not that good a reason, especially in righty's suit. I don't know. I don't like this lead. It worked out this time, but I think it was a mistake. Here we got one more over trick. Or no, we prevented an over trick because Gibbs shifted to a spade. Well, actually, that seems like totally fine. Yeah. Right, Declare has 9 tricks whenever he wants, and can take a Diamond Finesse for a 10th if he wants. So what happened at this table to convince Declare to take the Diamond Finesse? I assume that's what happened. Oh. Same thing as in the contract we just played. Gibbs said, well, my Jack X of Diamonds are obviously useless. Look at that. The Queen 9 are right here. Declarer can just finesse against them. But Declarer doesn't know that. Declarer should play the Queen, and then the Jack would be a winner. So I guess the right question, maybe, is, like, why did the robot at my table not make that play? I don't know. Maybe he had fewer heart cards that he was worried about holding on to, and he knew that he didn't need that many spades. It might just have been like he flipped a coin and decided to pitch a spade. Okay. This, though, is the deciding... I see. Gib just invited with my hand? Yeah. He, okay, so common wisdom is that you need about 25 high card points to make 3 no trump, roughly. Again, lots of factors can influence that. If you have long suits, that's good. If you have lots of 10s, that's good. But most players kind of play with that rough idea. And so Gibbs says, I have 12. Partner has at least 12. Let's ask him if he has more than 12. And no, partner doesn't. But hands play particularly well when you have roughly equal strength in both hands. So with 25 high card points in one hand and 0 in the other, 3 no trump is actually often pretty hard. You just can't do the stuff you need to do. With 15 points in one hand and 10 in the other, yeah, 3 no is about right. 15 and 9 is a little bit pushy. With 12 and 12 usually plays pretty well in 3 no, which is why I didn't bother inviting with my hand. I also have this quasi diamond fit with partner, and a potential source of tricks in spades. So it's not like 3 no trump was a guarantee by any means. It could very well have gone down, and then I'd be losing this match by a lot. But I think just bidding 3 no there will often enough work out. And sometimes, even if you bid 2 no trump, you'll go down. Or if you bid 2 no trump, partner will raise and then go down. Or 2 no trump and partner will pass, but make 3 anyway. So, I don't know. You don't get that much value out of the invite instead of just going to game. Was it a good 3 no trump contract? No, it was... 2 no trump was probably better here. But I still think 3 no was the right action to have taken. Anyway, okay, so we won a match. Congratulations to us. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.